And we're back. Part 2, episode
I'm dead.
7.
If you missed it, I died.
Thomas is dead. Spoilers from the first half.
Spoiler alert, Dyer kills Thomas.
I haven't been
How's
naming
it
the
a
episodes.
spoiler? It already happened.
It already happened. You can't call spoiler.
Spoiler.
Hashtag zombie Thomas.
True, you did get slashed with a perhaps infected machete. But then again, your brain is gone, so...
You know.
That doesn't necessarily stop the undead.
So on my sanity chart for Thomas, I can just mark DOA. So
I've got to the hospital. Cool.
Evidently.
Sweet. At least somebody will bury me.
Okay, so, and maybe this is a shorter night tonight because we have to rehash it and come back. I don't know, and that's fine. So, I just want to know. We have a standoff between we got the Duke and Meadows together, both aiming at Dyer, who's aiming back. Dyer said, "Lower that gun, Meadows." Basically like that, warning him because he wants to patch. So he's trying to stay on his feet. I mean, he's bleeding out. I wish the rules were more streamlined in Call of Cthulhu, but they aren't, so... Yeah. Then every round following... Okay, current rules. Dying. Okay. I must say, like, to take a major wound, you have to, like, equal to more than half your maximum hit points, but you never took equal to more, so you just... But you lost about everything over time, right? So...
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I don't put you at dying, although I think a bullet through the chest constitutes that. However, this is the movies, so anything can happen. So you guys tell me what's about to happen. I'm just going to hang out now.
I mean, Dyer's got the revolver pointed at Meadows. It's just, I mean, just waiting for him to put the gun down.
At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm making
Grace?
a pile of coagulated blood on the beach.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I can't hear you, man.
You're dead. Stop talking.
Bleeding.
You're not even there.
So Meadows is like, "You Grace?" He's like not looking at you, but like out of the corner of his eye, like, "What are we doing?"
Okay, gentlemen. Let's all just put our weapons down at the same time. You know, slowly.
So whatever Meadows does, if he puts his shotgun down, Dyer will mirror it.
I just ordered. That was an order, really, more for Meadows. It's really for everybody, but for Meadows, obviously.
If
You
you
should
start
understand. I told him to put his weapon down.
Okay, if that's what you were laying, he would know you. He would do that.
Mm-hmm.
He would put it down and lay it on the ground, but never taking his eyes off Dyer.
I didn't say lay it on the ground. I just said put the weapon.
Oh,
Lower the
lower.
weapon.
Okay, all right. So he sort of lowers it and he puts it pointing. He rests it over his left arm and has it pointing to the ground at his feet.
Dyer will put his handgun away, and he will try to do first aid.
Okay, now that his guard is down, the Duke kills him. No, I'm just kidding.
You can do that if you want. I mean, if it hits, I die. If not, then Dyer's firing back.
So
What's the dog doing in all this?
dog.
He said
The
the
dog
was
took off
just disappeared.
Oh,
probably shortly after. A few minutes later, it
the
reappeared.
dog's like, I'm free! Runs away.
10,000 years, I'm free.
So yeah, that will be Dyer's next action, is to try to administer first aid on himself to somehow patch up a chest wound.
Now, this is where roll 20
Well,
gives you
screw
a
you.
critical failure
Oh,
and you
yeah.
manage to kill yourself.
I kill myself with first aid.
That's gonna be it. Do you want to?
You accidentally nicked a major artery and you bleed out. We're sorry.
Do you want assistance with this from Meadows or anybody, or do you want to do this on your own? Like Meadows is like, we really need to hurry. I think something's coming.
If anyone
Oh,
assists,
the boss! Quick, the boss battle! Chug your potions!
If anyone assists, I mean, Dyer's not gonna fight him off.
All right. Yeah. Go help him.
Meadows will come to assist, and which will give you a bonus die.
And then stab you in the face.
Well, he's like,
Meadows is actually decent in first aid.
I mean, he can perform it if you want. His first aid, not to metagame too much, is 60%. Dyer?
Again, if
Meadows,
anyone
go
offers-
administer first aid to the agent. Maybe you can save it.
Oh, that-
He's
Fix
like,
that chest wound.
he's not going to approach you and touch you until you give him full permission, and he knows that you're not going to kill him. Right?
Dyer gives him a look like I'm not going to do anything, and he'll actually like kind of, to the best of his ability, he will kind of like hold his arms up and have his palms facing out to show like he's not.
So just a side question.
Mhm.
So all of these, poor unfortunate souls,
Are still screaming.
they're still screaming?
Yeah, they're more in the moaning state now, and like,
All right, I will shoot every one of them in the head.
all right. So, boom, 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 boom. As you get to the last person, the one I added here because I forgot last time, and I know it's not going to stop you from doing it, but just to tell you, you realize that it's Eugene Clayton, the kidnapper that you handed over to the truck driver and bound in his truck when he was going to the mining camp.
I was wondering when we were going to see him again.
He's like, it's you killed me. It's your fault.
I say to him, your fate is no one's fault but your own. And then I shoot him.
Boom, 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 boom. They's all dead. Meanwhile, first aid's getting done. I guess I'll roll it. Hopefully I don't kill you, Dem. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Meadows will spend 7 luck points to make sure that it's successful. So there, it's a
No, push the roll, Meadows. Push it.
Oh, you know what? He does push the roll. No. You're going to get regular first aid. That's 1d3. Damn, I'm going to let you roll that yourself.
Ah, all right. I knew it.
I mean, that makes more sense, really.
All right, now I will administer first aid on myself.
It's only
You
once a
can't.
day, bro. Recover 1 hit point per day. For first aid heals 1. Oh, first aid only heals 1 hit point. Medicine heals 1d3 points. Okay.
Well,
Hold on. a
same
second.
result.
Huh?
Same result.
See, now you can feel less bad.
He can't do medicine, so yeah. That's it. You can try again tomorrow. Unless you know
Can I try medicine?
unless you know medicine.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I got a 1.
You technically probably should have another
Fail.
you kill yourself. No, you fall in the syringe. I wonder, did you ever, because you got shot the day before, right? It wasn't today.
Mm-hmm.
So you,
That was earlier in the day, actually.
was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was. You
The
got-
last time we made camp was at the artist.
And then you went to the cabin where the dude was pinned to the tree and had the gunfight with Sidney Harris. He shot you. And then you went down and found the other cabin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you heal 1 hit point a day. That's what I was trying to figure out. So, all right. At this point, let me see. Let me find my module here.
No modules.
What? Kurt, you're dead.
No, sorry. I keep forgetting.
If you want to play Meadows, now's a good time. So I can stop. Let me see.
Only no, he's gonna shoot me.
I can play Meadows if you wish.
suddenly, like, you guys turn around and coming up from up the beach, which is, you know, on that picture again, closest to where we are. A good 50 yards up, you see two men walking your way. They look like they're dressed normal clothing. They're walking kind of at a trot, and they're like, "Hey guys, hey!" And then they're approaching you now. This is just after the last dude was shot.
Okay, again, let me just reset the scene for my own sake. These two guys trot up, casually say, "Hey guys." Meanwhile, there are 6 dead people with spikes through their chest, tied to poles, and a dead federal agent on the ground.
After hearing numerous gunshots.
And they're just, "Hey guys."
And probably screaming. Yeah, they're still about 40, 50 yards, right? They're coming up like, they're kind of like waving you down, like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." So not like just like, "Hey, how's it going, man?"
All right, I'm pulling out my shotgun. Meadows.
Meadows has already had his weapon down.
Ooh.
He never quite put it down.
Looks like Kurt's stepping in.
Remember, Meadows has now been established as kind of squirrely and unstable.
Oh, we know.
And they stop. They come approaching with their hands up. They're in like workman uniforms, like overalls, button-up, you know, shirts and everything. Maybe no, they have overalls, not suspenders. Whatever, work boots on. And they just slowly they come closer. And they take in the situation, and one's just like, and the other's like,
Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Meadows. Sorry. Never mind. Meadows would not say that.
Okay. All right.
What you ain't rolling, sir?
I'm trying to determine if my character is figuring things out or not. I've determined I've figured things out.
Oh, you like to think so anyway, right?
Well, I have a good idea. I have a pretty good idea. You men. Am I to assume you're with Galaki and his kind?
They just look at each other like, I'm James. This is Dean. We just come from the work camp. We heard all kinds of noise and gunshots, so boss sent us down to take a look.
Worst boss ever.
And we see
we
didn't know
I gesture to the gruesome scene about us.
He's like
inquisitively, like, really?
Dean's like, we weren't aware you were massacring people until we got close enough to see you.
Come here.
So Dyer will.
I order them over to us.
They're like a good 30 paces, and they don't move. Dyer, wait, I want to see what Dyer says first, and then we'll come back to that.
1 second.
Oh, okay. Yep. Dyer spaces off again. Dang, Thomas, I had such a cool little thing for your backstory. We're gonna talk about that later on.
That's fine.
Let's see, somehow miraculously comes back. Okay, so Dyer's not there for the moment. So you ordered them to come closer to you?
Yes.
They stop and like, "Hey, mister, you killing a bunch of people. We don't really want to die ourselves."
Do I really? All right. So I say,
Mr. White.
do I really look like the kind of guy who could create these, put these poles up and tie all these people here? I'm using my little charm to try to, I mean, look at me. Do I look like the kind of guy?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, bad fail.
I mean, you're covered with blood.
I'm not covered with blood.
You don't think for some of the shots you made that you can get a little bit of blood on you? From all the stuff that's happened?
Oh, it's fine, whatever.
You might not be covered in blood like Thomas's corpse or Dyer's still living corpse, but I mean, you don't look perfectly prim and trim. Either way, they're
Fine,
not.
whatever.
They're like at 30 paces and like Mr. White just sent us up there. We're trying to get to some dynamiting for our activity for Mr. Strong's project. He just sent us down real quick because we heard some screams. Then we heard gunshots and we were around the corner and then you saw us and we thought you might shoot us in the back if we just took off and ran away. So
You heard screams just now.
okay, so when the spine got pulled out,
Yeah.
and that it was a like it was a scream beyond all the rest of the screams when the woman was dying, and that was about 5-6 minutes ago at this point. That's probably what they're referring to because that bellowed, that echoed across the lake, and then they said the gunshots, and then they come around the corner like we just don't want to get shot in the back. Their hands are still up. But like we thought we'd just try to be civil.
Are you doing something now? Yeah.
Yeah, Dyer, you were thinking. Dangerously thinking.
Yeah, Tyler just kind of holds up the revolver and is like, "You guys seem awfully calm, considering what you're looking at right now."
You seem awfully calm considering that you just murdered a whole bunch of people.
Who said that?
Well, I don't know. One of the two guys.
Thomas.
No. You got
Thomas
James,
from
you got-
behind.
You got James and Dean. That's really weird how that yeah, James Dean. That's really weird how that worked out.
Maybe Meadows said it. He's very angry at you.
Thomas did from the hole in his neck.
I was gonna say, no, that would be perfect. Like, but you're the one who did it. Turn around.
And he's there.
Oh, he's a ghost. You came back. You do have a lot of unfinished business. Just saying.
It's like, if you guys think that I'm the one that's killing all these people, then maybe you should explain to me why you guys are awfully calm, considering what you're looking at right now.
So the other guy's not talking much. Dean's like, Mister, I'm trying to be civil. I'm scared shitless right now. I am absolutely terrified. James is like, and James coming back to him, he's like, we're not trying to move too fast or
Alright.
scream. I mean, this is
Is there
horrible.
some check to see if we could figure out if they're actually scared or just
Yeah,
putting
that's
on a
I
ruse?
believe psychology.
Psychology. Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah. Oh wait, that's psychoanalysis. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Oh wait, I did the wrong one. Oh shit.
Well, psychoanalysis has a value of 1, so go figure.
Go figure. My only successful roles is when I'm killing my fellow party members.
Which is Lucas's fault, by the way. It's not your fault. You did everything you should have done.
I'm placing blame. I can't see Meadows' sheet.
You can't see Meadow's sheet?
I don't see his bio.
Oh, hold on. Now you should.
You
Now you
need to
have
change. You need to change your personage from Kurt to something else.
You should be able to see him now, Kurt.
Now I can go.
Right?
Yes. And Meadows sucks.
And he had the best chance of them all.
Nope, these guys look legitimately concerned and worried. They are, I mean, they got 3 dudes with guns and 6 corpses around them. And they turned a corner like, oh crap. And they're just trying not to move too fast or startle you. They probably think you're like trigger happy. And now they're just like,
Well, maybe I am. And maybe I am.
he goes, we'll be willing to talk if you're going to put your weapons down or, let us go.
Oh, we're not putting anything down.
We're unarmed.
Where are you? All right. Time to interrogate him. You said you work for Lucas Strong?
Yeah, the foreman's Mr. White. We work for him, but we've been hired by Strong.
Do we know White?
Carl White, foreman on the job.
No. I mean, does our characters know who that is?
No.
Who was the guy who we ran into on the truck?
That was James Stanton. That's one of the two guys right there.
It's one of the guys in front of us?
It's the guy. Oh yeah.
So he should recognize us.
Yeah, I should have been playing different.
Okay.
I forgot.
Well,
I just picked the two names up there.
That's perfect. James, do you recognize this guy with a hole in his head?
He goes. What are you pointing to, Thomas?
I'm pointing to yes.
It's totally looking at Tom.
The kidnapper.
He's like, I thought it was you guys. Like they're still far enough away. He's like squinting. He's like, I don't know. Maybe.
Last time we saw him, he was with you.
Last time we saw you, you were in a truck full of dynamite.
Oh.
And we gave this man into your care, and look where we find him.
Well, yeah, he got
Dead.
He got away.
Dead.
We don't really have, security. It's a mining camp, and we dynamite stuff.
So you're the one who's responsible for this. I immediately start making paces towards him, keep my weapon drawn, and telling him to get on the ground, and immediately.
He's like, we're not responsible for this. He escaped from us. What are you talking about?
I am ordering him repeatedly to get on the ground.
They don't listen to you.
I take a shot.
Okay, you're like what's your range in your gun? So they told you that they escaped, and you think that they're responsible for it?
Well, they're not doing what I'm ordering them to. You're telling me that there's these two people who have weapons on them who's being ordered to get on the ground, and their rational choice would be not to get on the ground? That's the most foolish thing I've heard. I no longer think they're actually human.
I know what your
my character now
is.
feels that they are more undead creatures that need to be killed.
I don't know. Okay.
This is such a stressful episode.
It is. I'm just trying to get your rationale because you don't really have
my
anything
rationale.
To go on. I mean, I guess maybe it's because you're going insane a little bit. That could work.
Well, in the same time, I think the character has figured out that this creature, Galaki, is creating all of these thralls, effectively, who are undead extensions of his very will.
Okay.
I mean, he's clearly in a prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the evidence my character has in front of him. He's a very well-educated man.
Sure.
Let's figure this crap out.
Dyer will follow him.
Dyer's following. Meadows following.
Sorry. Yes, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm following. I guess.
At first, So at first they don't do anything.
He's a little skittish.
Oh no, that's fine. But like the Duke is going full blast, right? And so you get with like within 30. No, you're past that, right? So you get in 20.
My range is 50. The range is 50 on this weapon, by the way, in case you're curious.
The Colt?
No, I had the shotgun.
Oh, you got your shotgun out. I was thinking it was the Colt. Okay.
No. I told you I pulled the shotgun out.
You want to roll an intimidate?
Sure. Let's go with that.
You can have a bonus die because, as a matter of fact, you can have 2 bonus die because you have.
All right. Well, look at
your
that.
posse with you.
I successfully intimidated.
So at first they don't move, and then you really you throw the safety off, you cock it, you hold it up, and you're about to fire. Oh, okay, all right. And I'm not sure what means you want them to get down, but they get down on their knees first, kind of with their hands behind their back.
Perfect. That's all I was looking for.
And they're just like, okay, man. This is why I didn't give you a ride in my truck. I knew it.
Yeah. You were an awful judge of character. All right. It's time to restrain them.
Tell me how you guys go about this.
Let's see here. I have rope, of which I will use to restrain them.
Are you going to do the rope tying?
No, I'll give it to Meadows.
Okay. Meadows will attempt to tie. What do I need to roll for that? Just do it.
So who do you tie up first? James, the truck driver, or the other dude, Dean?
James.
And what are you doing, Dyer, while this is happening?
I've got my revolver aimed at James' head.
Okay, hold on a second.
And to make sure that Meadow doesn't think I'm fishy, I'm kind of walking to the side so that if I fire, it's
not at them.
It's not at
Gotcha.
Meadows.
Meadows.
Man, that should have
Meadows doesn't it?
So here's a question, Luke, kind of about my character. With 2 hit points left, and having taken a bullet to the chest, can he still wield like a two-hander?
I mean, I don't know in real life if you would even be standing at this point. Like,
Fair, yeah.
you would be bleeding all over the place.
Hey, baby, buddy, you know how this works. It's the magic rule of role-playing games. If you have at least 1 hit point, you are fully functional.
Fair enough. I like
And
that.
at this point, anatomically correct.
Basically, if you take over half your hit points total in one shot, you get basically a critical wound, and then you start dying. But you took like 1 point under. No, you took it right at half, and the rules say over half. So you were right at half at one point. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let that one go. And so technically, it was enough to do some serious damage. But after your first aid and everything, and staunched it a little bit, patted it up, you're still going. However, they,
If that is the case, I would like to say that as I moved into position, I put my revolver away and I took out my 12 gauge shotgun.
Your machete. Let's go. You love that machete.
what would you
12
take
gauge.
out?
12 gauge. No, you know what? No. Damn, the problem is I'm going to die soon.
So many weapons. So many
should
choices.
I save my ammo? I'm just going to die. Well, okay, if this is a movie, then how about my carbine in one hand and my shotgun in the other?
No.
And my machete in my teeth.
Everybody's got
Yeah,
Carbine
let's
too?
just. I'll do the I'll do my carbine.
So 2 shotguns and a carbine are trained on these 2 dudes. Well, no, it's right. Meadows has to do the tying, so he takes the rope. Let me see what kind of roll this is going to be. Let's just look at everything. I don't know what use rope would be. I mean, I guess it's just going to be you do it, right?
Unless they are going to resist, wouldn't that just be a given?
Well, if so, yeah. I'm just talking about like if you do the act, like how well are the knots done, right?
Oh,
and maybe that would just be a luck roll, kind of the generic. Hey, you get lucky enough to do that. So, what do you, Bernard? You're trained. Dyer's trained on James, who's going to get tied up. Bernard is trained on them in general, or the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm asking Bernard, the Duke.
Oh, sorry.
Who am I trained on? Oh, whatever. The whatever. The guy I'm most suspicious of.
The
What's
truck
his name?
driver.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
So he's got 2 guns pointed at him. Actually, in that case, I'll aim at the other guy.
Too late.
Too late. All right.
No, just kidding. That's fine. So as soon as
Starts fighting.
Meadows goes to start tying them, they both jump up and leap at the prospective gunman. So James jumps up and tries to put his hands around Bernard's throat, and likewise Dean tries to put his hands around Dyer's throat. But
I
since
fire the second I see him get up.
Oh yeah, no, you guys will roll with some nice advantages here. Don't get me wrong, but as soon as you do, they're like, "Rah!" And they come at you like lightning. But you guys are ready. So you are at point blank range, and you were technically aiming for a round. So when you guys roll your gray dice, you both get 2 bonus dice for this attack. So go ahead and both roll.
That'll do.
That'll do.
We both
Donkey.
got extreme.
That'll do. Did you guys both get extreme successes?
Yes.
Yep.
That is about the best outcome for this night after all the crap that's happened.
I'm
Make
dead.
sure to keep track of your ammo, by the way. Just in case your gun goes click, click, click. That'd be awesome. Let me just look up what happens on a crit success.
Man, if that was a 12, if I used my 12 gauge shotgun, if I'm reading this correctly, I would have rolled a 4d6.
Is that
It depends on the shotgun, I think.
The damage I think shows at a range of 10.
Oh.
The shotguns? Shotguns are usually
it's different
like,
at different ranges, yeah. Because
That's
the 12
the
gauge
point.
would be 46 at the closest range of 10 yards.
I know, so I would have gotten
Oh,
an
yeah.
extreme on that.
That's what
Yeah.
because I had a 12 gauge shotgun as well.
If you hover over the box,
My
it'll
Winchester
tell you when you roll.
M1912 shotgun.
Did you
Oh,
do?
Winchester.
Did you roll enough damage, Dustin?
What? Oh no, I currently have it set at 1d10.
Oh, is that? I don't know if you had range increment damages as well. Like,
I should. Let me look at it.
yep, because I want to look at something anyway, real quick. So,
Bernard's was a 1d10 plus 6.
So a 12. Oh no, I'm not using buckshot. I'm using slugs. So 1d10 plus 6 is appropriate. Yeah.
okay.
This game loves the violence. The die loves
Yeah,
violence.
yeah. I was using a slug, so that's an appropriate roll.
Okay. There is something. First attack roll, second, center, make fire. All bullets half impale, half cause regular damage. I don't remember what impale is. Housekeepers accept that inherent. Extra reward. Which, okay, so impale. Okay, I just want to look this up. Which is 1/5 or less, which you guys are, right, in the extreme category. And consequently, 2 damage rolls for that attack were made. So. Oh, where did my roll 20 go? I switched. So we can just say double damage is done. Or you guys can roll your damage again. This is, yeah, whatever. What did you roll? 2d6
That's fine.
and a 1d10 plus 6.
Yeah.
So I did 16 total for doing double damage.
Oh.
Double damage.
With an extreme roll, you impale.
But another 7.
So Dookie did a total of 20 to James.
Yep.
And Dean got a total of what? 7?
16.
Yeah. They both mega dead. They both reach up and you guys are both like, nope. Oop, knocked my glasses off my face almost. And they're both basically the top halves of their faces, their heads, their necks, wherever you were aiming, at point blank with a gun like that, and you guys were at the ready, they both just explode.
Meadows is kind of sitting there covered in blood, like
All right, wait.
reciting
important.
the Lord's Prayer.
Fair enough. Did they explode in a bloody fashion or in a weird goozy fashion?
Is it like the Blood Rain movie?
They explode in a kind of in between. Semi-oozy, goopy, green state.
I look over at Dyer and I say, my suspicions were correct.
And now everybody can make sanity rolls after all of that crazy combat.
Pass.
Oh boy.
Hard pass.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm at 2 health. I've taken enough damage today.
Yeah, I think you're good.
That's not even.
I'm gonna push that roll. There we go.
You can't push.
No, I pushed that roll.
What was Meadow's sanity at there?
He's at 64 still. He's fine.
Okay,
64.
so that's 2 points for failing. So 64. So Meadows will be at 62. Dyer at 27. And Barnard at 49, if my numbers are accurate.
Oh, I got critical, so I'm taking back 2.
Nice try.
I know.
But I give you props. I give you props for all that. So, here we are. Go back to that scene. No, it's too gruesome. I don't want to go back. Here we are. Just a few, like 40, I don't know, 30 paces, like 30 paces past the staked people. The 5 corpses on the poles. The dead Thomas, the dog that's gone with the footprints running back up the beach the way you came.
Dead kidnapper. Dead truck driver who drove the kidnapper.
Mm-hmm.
We know he had a car full of dynamite.
Yep.
He mentioned a work site. I know what's going on here.
And another dead dude with him. And after these gunshots,
Some
shortly
schlub.
after, you guys hear a gigantic explosion. Just
Dynamite.
north and a little west of your position. It's almost as deafening as the gunshots up close. Definitely like what you heard in the middle of the night before. Most definitely dynamite. Almost like clockwork. After the echoes of your guns silence away, you just hear this explosion. And you guys are all like, whatever, recovering. Definitely covered with blood now. Everybody's got some type of gore on them. And there you are. Now, the mining camp was north, back on that road, or you go along the beach and eventually it'll be to your west. Let's see if I can find a map. It's not too revealing. Actually, at this point,
You said northwest is where the explosion was?
yeah, mostly north, a little west.
Okay.
Boom,
north,
don't
little
wanna
west.
show you a map that reveals too much. That's the thing.
boom.
Okay.
We, the lucky few, have the chance to save the world.
So anyways, now you're all sitting there. You're able to calm down. You still have your guns drawn. Thomas is dead. Dyer's barely standing. Meadows is still a little quirky, a little shaken maybe. And
He's
Duke is-
reciting the Lord's Prayer over and over again.
Yep. Okay. And the Duke is just like, yes. Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
And did you share that letter, that diary with them? I don't remember.
I read it. I read it to everybody. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yep. Okay, that's right.
Just as a reminder, the diary basically said, that there was written from Civil War soldiers who were running north to escape, had bad dreams, decided to go follow this master who promised eternal life, and wanted to be freed from his prison.
Sounds fun.
This is some next level stuff. And as we can clearly tell, he impales his victims, or something impales his victims, in order to turn them into some sort of undead monstrosity, which are sadly deceased Patriot wanted to reason with.
And then killed one of the people on the poles by pulling the thing out, which
Well,
had to be done.
to be fair, I did the same thing, but I did it more humanely.
That is finally fair.
Thankfully, my hands are clean from that blood.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's an understanding that's coming over you guys. I mean, I don't know if Dyer, you try to explain things or you just kind of like let it go and they let it go. You know, like it's.
Meadows walked up behind Dyer and lets him have it with a shotgun.
I gotta know if you're doing that for real.
I'm not.
All right. Sound like, well, it could happen at any time.
I was gonna say, the only success I've had tonight is killing my fellow players.
Oh no, you had an extreme success in killing
true.
some poor workman.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, again, that was self-defense. He came after me. You know, it's like the only people Dyer has
keep
killed.
saying it was self-defense because
Aggressive self-defense.
aggressive self-defense. That's right.
Dyer's just really kind of being quiet. He's not. I mean,
Sure.
he's kind of still taking in exactly everything that just kind of transpired and realizing that, I mean, he's probably not going home.
Maybe they're having a police party.
Mr. Diamond, there's something extraordinarily foul in these woods. And I think it's clear these last couple days that we may be in over our head. But I can't help but think that our efforts are the only hope left to deal with this great evil.
Dyer, kind of with one hand, he takes out a cigarette, takes out a lighter, and he's kind of like, is it worth it to keep going on?
We've come this far.
And look where we're at. You very well may be going into this with just you and Meadows. Not saying that I would leave necessarily, but my time's pretty limited right now.
I've seen a fair number of wounds in my time. I've never seen someone take them, to be frank, so well as you.
Like I told our undead friend back there, if I'm going with a fight.
I respect
And to
your
be
attitude.
honest, before we go further, I owe Mr. Highbrook proper burial.
Meadows, dig up that grave, would you?
Meadows stands up, pulls the shovel out, throws it at your feet. Dig it yourself. And walks up down the beach.
Oh.
That is extraordinarily out of character.
Is it possible he's possessed?
I
Is
wasn't.
it?
I didn't actually say that. I didn't. That was just a joke. I was actually not going to have. I really didn't say that.
I know.
I don't know if anybody has a shovel, to be honest.
Gaiax has,
I'll check. I'm
Gaiax
pretty
has
sure-
a shovel.
I was going to say, I do not. I have pretty much everything else, though.
I don't think Meadows has one.
You know what? Nope. I have a rusty bloody hunting knife.
I mean, you can take
I have a hatchet.
you could take a thicker stick and the machete and a knife, and you could dig in the sand, and like after a while, dig a basic hole with your. You might even be able to dig a better hole with your hands after a while, or a flat rock that you
You
find.
gonna bury me on a beach?
Yeah, that ain't gonna
You might as well
work.
just dump me in the lake.
Good point. Let's throw him in the lake.
I mean, you guys do. I mean, so it's like after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a couple hours till dark.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is out of character. I'm not actually gonna say this. I'm like, well, Mr. Diamond, the only option now is to make camp, and it looks like we have a lot of kindling to keep us warm tonight. So Mr. Highbrook deserves our honor and respect, and I think we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you catch my drift.
Also out of character. And let's face the facts, we need to eat, too.
He's the only non-infected one, so I mean, he's the only.
Well, Meadows has lost a lot of sanity. He's a cannibal now, so he's probably very enthusiastic about that.
All right, back in character, Dyer realizes, I mean, geez, they don't have anything. It's like, so Dyer's like, all right, well, if we're going to press on forward, let's press on forward. Do me a favor if I don't make it, though. Try to get something to give the man a burial.
You have my word, sir.
So he So, let's go.
Are you guys carrying on?
They know where we're at.
At the moment, probably.
How could we stay here?
I mean, I don't know if you're retreating to go somewhere and rest, or you're trying to move on closer to the mining camp to check it out, I guess, or a third option that I've not thought of. What's your next move is my question.
Ultimately, Dyer would not be opposed to rest and restoring hit points, but
Darwin says, I didn't get some hit points back. Let's go rest. In a few hours, I can do another first aid check to get me another hit point back.
that way when I get attacked, I get hit for 2 and I'm back down to 1.
Yeah.
Dyer will kind of follow Bernard's charge. He kind of seems to have taken leadership.
Yeah, it's clear there's probably way too many there for us to handle, and especially at night would be difficult at the least. Probably do need to find some place to regroup, both physically and mentally.
Let me look at the map again.
So you said they're to the northwest?
Well,
North and what?
yeah, let me just...
I will tell you, Mr. Diamond, I do not trust this water. It's a wholly unnatural thing. I've traveled the world and I've never seen something like it. I say we stay as far away from it as we can.
With this,
And I don't think it's any coincidence that these poor souls on these poles are right next to it.
that's a safe assumption, Duke. I can tell you it. Things I've seen and how far we're in, there's not a lot you can trust around here.
Why don't you guys make spot hiddens?
Alrighty.
Everybody can do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It's a hard success.
Oh yeah.
You know, lost metal sheet again.
Duke power.
Boom,
Ooh.
boom, boom.
Look at that. Now let's get a critical in there. 3. Get the full series.
Okay, so...
You already hit both sides of the spectrum earlier with that 97 and then a 1.
Yeah, that was a push roll. Remember, I pushed my sanity.
Thomas only got a regular success.
Take that sheet away from him, would you?
What?
Take that sheet away from him, would you?
Quit rolling.
Actually, you probably want to keep that because we're going to need to loot that corpse later.
Okay, so you guys are trying to figure out where to go, and you know that the mining camp. So let me come back to the page you guys are actually on. Let me draw a little map here. Freehand. Yes, that's perfect. All right, so looking at the page, the map of the scary people, you were like, you came back on the trail right here. The trail was going north, and the camp should have been up here. You guys took a curve around, found the cabin right here, and then continued along the beach this way.
Yeah.
And you guys are right about here.
All right.
So, and then
So the water, I'm assuming, is like
on the east.
over here, kind of.
Along the east, yeah, that's all.
Over here, this is all water right here.
Yep, that's all in the lake is where you're at. Yes.
Alrighty. So I'm thinking then we're gonna be like, wait, that water even goes up north?
Yeah, the coast keeps going.
North, even more north?
Yep, the beach goes straight north. So, and when you look that way, as you're thinking about what to do, Dyer, you're like, yeah, north, and you look that way, and you can see, good several hundred yards up the beach, there is, the trees must have an opening because you see something that is coming out of the water and goes west into the woods. Who had the hard success? Duke, you can definitely tell that it looks like it's... I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it's like a tether or something that goes into the lake, goes up, and then in to the woods. And then for Meadows, you can see a little more clearly. It's definitely like a rope that comes up out of the lake, goes up to a pole, almost like a pulley system, that goes up to a pole and then goes straight in to another pole right at the edge of the forest and then in. So...
Any of you folks see that up north?
I'd say there's no doubt that's part of this nasty business.
So you can take the road straight north into the camp. You can probably creep up the beach on the east side and take a look at that and approach the camp from the east. Or you can try to go through the woods that are in between both areas, both the roads, or something else that you think of.
Yeah, all that's dangerous. There's really no place. There's really no safe place for us to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there ever has been, but
Could have been.
I think our only option is to double back, kind of going over here somewhere, maybe. Over here. Get on the other side, because all the commotion seems to be in this area, right? This is the commotion area, you know, right in here.
It's the danger zone.
Danger zone.
So, Bernard,
The
Dyer,
danger zone. Sorry.
Dyer kind of nods at Bernard and looks at Meadows, kind of like, you agree? You don't agree? Kind of like, no. What do you think?
I think we need to get out of here before more of these creatures come to investigate.
Dyer nods and starts walking.
Westward.
So you're going to retrace your steps?
We're going back into the woods.
You're going to go straight into the woods from where you're at?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the scene is, as it pans out and kind of gets a bird's eye view over the stagnant lake, we see the three of them, the three survivors, duck into the woods as we pull back on the whole scene, and we can see like the mining camp and what's going on there, and we'll get that activity next time, but like the audience can see it, and it pulls out and fades to black, and it says, "In memory of Thomas Hebrook."
Spelled my name wrong. 'Cause in memory of Thomas Holbrook, backspace, Hybrook.
It's such a cheap production, they can't help but get it wrong.
So what you're saying is, this is you hear.
Yep. And there we go.
Finally, a use for my keyboard. After a year.
There we go. I had to adjust the pictures. All right. Well, literally crazy. Insane. That was probably the most intense Call of Cthulhu episode I've ever run. It was definitely the most intense and the craziest. And I don't know what the players think. What did you guys think of that? That took all kinds of left turns and a downward spiral.
I choose to pass on the post-mortem.
On
I
feedback.
died. I died. Dead.
Wow.
All that time put into character and you died.
And here's
It's
the
all
thing.
Dyer's fault.
Here's the thing, too.
You shot at me first.
You had it coming.
No, I didn't. I was just gonna compare guns with
You are extraordinarily lucky.
I am.
You
Extraordinarily
should have been
lucky.
dead 20 hit points over.
I should have been. Yeah.
And Kurt is extraordinarily unlucky.
I should have been killed like 3 or 4 times tonight.
He took 2 gunshots in a day. Like the head and then through the chest.
And you had every reason to take another from me, but it didn't happen.
Yes.
I think 2
In the-
more.
In the grand scheme of things, Dyer should not be alive, but
The trees, man. The trees saved him.
Maybe he has a bigger part to play in all of this.
yeah, he's probably gonna get killed next episode.
But I'm sure it will be spectacular.
Well,
We see him in the fetal position.
hopefully.
Oh, no! Ah,
That doesn't sound like Miss Diamond to
no.
me.
Well, I think it's going to be intriguing, to say the least. Both Kurt and Dem, or anybody for matter, if you want a new... I mean, I don't want to see Dyer just exit off, but if you want to have a new character ready, or Kurt, you want to play someone other than Meadows, that's perfectly acceptable. If you want to keep them, that's fine too. I'll just have to know before next week so I can change the overlay. But we'll figure that out, all right?
Alright.
So, yeah, we'll see. So, anyways, my name is Lucas. This is Lucasgvariety. We've playing Cthulhu-Goo based on the 7th edition Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. And we are playing the scenario Amidst the Ancient Trees from the 7th edition core manual. I'm going to let these guys, starting with Kurt and Dustin, give a little shoutro. Then we'll end on Mr. 2017 himself. So, Kurt, we'll start with you.
Whose clock is that?
That's
Fix the clock. It's off by 6 minutes.
Yeah, we're still
It's because
playing
it's
with the
cuckoo, man.
adjustment.
It's crazy.
I'd love a cuckoo
Nice.
clock. I'd love a grandfather clock. I'd love to have like hundreds
Jenny's
of clocks in my
cuckoo
house.
clock. She
I
found
agree
it.
with you, Dem.
I have a wonderful a wonderful grandfather clock.
I want a grandfather clock and a grandfather. Anyways, Kurt, take us out of here with a shout.
I'm dead. My character died. I do it a lot. Ask that guy right here. That's him.
But on the plus side, you are reincarnated as my manservant.
No.
Who's gonna basically
Yes,
tell you when
Yes,
to shove
you
it
do.
pretty soon?
you may not like the character, but that's the character.
I mean, here's the thing: there could be a couple more of the posse hunters that got lost and somehow wind up finding you guys. It's real easy.
Yeah, they're probably gonna die.
And whatever sanity they start out with, we're just gonna go ahead and take like half of it away. It'd be perfect. So, Dustin, say goodbye.
Goodbye. This has been another episode of Extreme Active Self-Defense.
If I was naming these episodes, that'd be a good one. Dem, why don't you give us a little shout to yourself, sir?
All right. The reason why 2017 the comic is listed on my nameplate is because when I am not killing fellow players and subliminally advocating to cannibalize them in order to survive, I run a webcomic that goes by the same name. You can visit the website at 2017thecomic.com, where you can find links to Discord, Twitter, subreddit, a few other things, as well as the comics themselves. The end.
The end. Thank you very much. That's it for us. Come back next week for episode 8. This went totally sideways where I was expecting it, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen after this. So thanks for joining. Follow, like, subscribe. All of us, all the places, follow us. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Thanks for the players for playing. Thanks for the viewers for watching. See you guys next time.